Hey all, Kurt Sassman here from TGTF and Expo Canada 2011. We're here with Geoff Isaac, creator of It Came From the Kitchen, a wonderful sci-fi cookbook that everyone should get a boil and ghoul at here when they purchase it. But wonderful recipes. How are you doing today, Geoff?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for asking. You know, I stopped by the booth here yesterday. We were chatting about our love of cooking, and tell us how It Came From the Kitchen came about.
Well, actually, it's a funny story. My partner, Gordon Reed, and I were having lunch one day, and we were just talking about the food we were having, and we were talking about movies, and the conversation went back and forth between two different subjects, and we thought, well, what do the monsters eat? What do the people who make the movies eat? And we thought, well, let's do a cookbook. Let's do something completely different with it. And we thought, well, why not we just write some of the people that we like, people we were fans of, people we were passionate about, the movies we made, and shocked to get some of the recipes back, some replies. Alfred Hitchcock's daughter sent us 8 recipes from her father, 8 original recipes that he liked. Some were from hotels and restaurants that he liked, that he requested, so very classic recipes, and some are just his own take on British classics like Yorkshire pudding, veal and ham pies, things like that, things that he liked to eat. Boris Karloff, his daughter Sarah, gave original recipes that he liked, and he had really good taste. And then we managed to get in Bela Lugosi, and we managed to get Lon Chaney Jr. from his grandson. And Lon Chaney Jr. loved to cook on the set. He would actually cook for members of the cast and crew on most of the movies that he worked in. He just loved to create, and we're talking about really creative people that like to, just get their hands dirty and get out there and work with other people, sort of a collaborative nature, and I think the cooking sort of plays into that. Just being able to create something and sort of just getting this visceral love of it. I think that just plays to fandom in a great way.
Most definitely, it's an amazing book there, and the stories, I'm sure they could tell of what recipe they did on a film set or something that they really enjoyed about this particular recipe, maybe in a darker time in their life or maybe in a brighter time in their life as well. It's great to see that you have something like that here.
Oh, absolutely, and we got a lot of great stories. Kim Hunter went on about having to basically eat through a straw on the Planet of the Apes movies. That's all they could eat with their makeup because they couldn't even get their mouths open enough. So every time we asked an actor on the Planet of the Apes movie, they would tell us the same thing. They'd have to eat all their solids through a straw. Everything would have to be put in a blender. Film set, sometimes the food sometimes it's good and sometimes it's really bad. I remember James Hong, the actor from Blade Runner, and he's been in just about everything. The Chinese actor in so many films. He worked on a TV show where they had British cuisine, had a real chef, and they've had really terrible food. But these people just are passionate. I think they just really like to eat and like that. And actually, a visual effects artist, Richard Edlund, who worked on Raiders of the Lost Ark, gave us stories about making chili and ILM and working on Star Wars, and basically how they just take time off and just cook and bake. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm just very passionate people. I think that's what you're going to get in fandom. That's what you're going to get in film. Long hours, lots of stress, and it's just one of the ways they take it off.
Now, obviously, being the creator of this book here, putting it all together, the editor, as it were, what are some of your favorites that you can say if someone picks up this book and you say this is a recipe that you should try because?
Oh, I really like Angela Cartwright's secret beer and cheddar cheese soup. I've made Dick Durock, who played the Swamp Thing. He's actually quite a cook. You don't actually know who's going to be cooking. Sometimes you get some nice surprises. Roasted red pepper and black bean salad, absolutely delicious. He's a turkey chili that's just to die for. The veal and ham pie, those great old British classic. Heart attack food maybe, but we have some great meatless dishes too. We those salads. I actually like cooking the Kim Hunter's eggplant casserole. I'm not even a big fan of eggplant, but if you roast it properly, it actually tastes delicious. It's a great meat substitute. I could probably go on about some of the desserts. Oh, the Norwegian apple cake, which is from Veronica Carlson. Veronica Carlson was a classic actress in the Hammer horror films. Ingrid Pitt does a borscht, which is just hilarious. She calls it vampire broth, and she actually had a lot of fun with it. She actually wrote it to serve it like actually it's for vampires, which is absolutely amazing. And it's great that so many of the stars had like really creative takes on it. Robert Picardo gave us a wonderful, it's like a sausage and chicken recipe with pasta, and he did it in the style of like a cast member of The Godfather, and he called it bloody stool pigeon. That's what he calls it. You know, in brackets, of course, it's the chicken, but that's what he calls it. It's just so much fun with it.
It's amazing. You know, I know I'm definitely going to be picking this up. My father was the one that taught me how to cook way back when, and I just love the fact that this is something that transcends, you know, all nationalities, all social statuses, and all socioeconomic backgrounds as well. And I'm glad to see that you've taken the time and the passion to put together this amazing cookbook.
Oh no, it's just been such an amazing experience for both of us, and we just had so many great stories. I mean, we would just write everyone we were passionate about. We wrote Martin Sheen before The West Wing came out, and actually he sent us a signed photo. Sometimes we'd write them and they wouldn't understand, or they wouldn't read the letter. They'd send us a signed photo, and I look at it, and it's cream of wheat in the corner. He actually wrote cream of wheat as his favorite food because it doesn't cook, but they're going to contribute something. They'll have some wonderful stories. Jeremy Bullock, who is actually at the convention right now, is Boba Fett. He wrote a story about he was in a play, and he had to actually eat something, and he almost choked on it. It was like just the biggest laugh. The food like flew across the stage. You know, so stories like that are always sort of fun, and we used to like just get people. You know, you don't have to be a great chef. You don't have to be a great cook. Just like, what do you like? What do you want to share with people? And that's really what it's about.
You know, Fan Expo is going to close up today here. What personal experiences are you going to take away from this convention?
I think it's mostly just talking to the fans. I think it's just a place where we get sort of feedback and hearing their stories of cooking, and hearing from what they like. And we've covered a lot of ground here with this cookbook. We've got horror, science fiction, fantasy, young, old, and it's just like finding out exactly what inspires people about it. And it's good to hear feedback on what they sort of like about it. And just, you know, and basically learning from the process too. I mean, if we're going to go off and do a sequel, which we very might do, you know, what works and what doesn't work.
Well, I want to thank you so much, Geoff, for taking the time to do this interview. It's been a true pleasure, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a relaxation time once this is all over.
I'm definitely probably taking the whole week off to sleep. It's just really exciting, but I'm probably going to be in a natural high all week. I just love the energy here. I just like being here. I never get bored. And just seeing all the people.
Great, thanks so much. Appreciate it.